We in here, bruh. I am Nic Rattlehead. And that is,
Not the Graff.
woo, boy, we here. And we are Aftershock Reviews, here to give you another dope music review. And oh boy, we got something today. And I'm telling you right now, it's amazing. It is called Certain Death by a band called Dead Heat. Matt, it's great. It's magnificent. So what it is, it's an amalgamation. That's a SAT word, by the way. I'm proud of myself for using that word. Heck yes. I'm getting better at this. It's a hodgepodge. It's a mismatch of hardcore, Matt, punk, and thrash. Ooh. And when I say like a mismatch of those things, I'm not talking about like, the revival of thrash when it comes to Iron Reagan and Power Trip and Lich King and the rest of those bands, which is nothing wrong with that, by the way. I absolutely love those bands. But it seems not like a callback to that type of thrash, Matt, but legit thrash music, like something that literally came out shoulder to shoulder with anything that the Big Four or anybody else during the 80s would have released. It's amazing, and it's hardcore. Oh, it is good stuff too, and it's freaking punk. Matt, okay, so let me go ahead and let's slow this down, and let me talk about who they are really quickly. So they come out of Oxnard, California, and they call it, they call it Nardcore. Right? So in my confusion, I was like, okay, what is Nardcore? Because it has to be an inside thing. I didn't come to this conclusion at first, so I'm on the internet, Google, trying to figure out what Nardcore is, right? I'm like, is this some sort of Viking core, or is it some type of is it something like that? You know what I mean? Like how we did like the Viking doom metal for Conan and things of that nature. I was like, is it something in that realm? So I go online and I end up going across Urban Dictionary. At this point, I'm thinking that if they got the definition for Nardcore from this, Matt, I was like, this band is amazing, which I still think they are. But Urban Dictionary classifies Nard, as bravado, comma, testicles. So are they saying like their music gets like big balls? Is that what they're saying? Are they saying that their music has a large amount of testicular fortitude? Is that what they're saying? And then the second definition is disappointment with a specific situation or somebody, right? Are they saying like they're disappointed with the political climate? Are they disappointed with what's going on so far as us as a society is concerned, which has been a running theme, yet again, which has always been a running thing in any type of hardcore music, in any type of thrash metal music. So they're checking the boxes at this point. So I'm thinking, okay, if they're saying this about their music, I'm down for it. But no, that is not what Nardcore means. Nardcore is literally just a callback to Oxnard. So just taking the ox out and you left with Nardcore. Instead of hardcore, Nardcore. I'm like, okay. I'm still gonna hold on to my belief that they're saying that their music got big balls. You know what I mean? What is it they said from South Park? Big salty balls, my chocolate salty balls. Is that what it's called? Yes?
I think so.
I think I'm right?
That sounds right.
I'm just saying, I'm hoping it's something like that, because if it is, this band is infinitely more amazing. And then on top of that, man, like, so far as the visual aesthetic of them is concerned, especially when it comes to this cover, right? The cover even has, it looks like the logo for them is a throwback to something from Obituary, or maybe Exhumed, or something else like that. It's like that jagged, pointed metal type of thing, where it's like a callback to old school death metal, it actually has some death metal type of themes in here, right? Matt, it's great. It's magnificent. So let's go into the track listing really quickly. Controller. So Controller starts out, Matt, where it sounds like, you know those machines from the hospital, right? Where it's like monitoring your heart. It has a little pulse thing and it goes like beep, beep, beep. Well, that's how this freaking song starts out, right? Controller starts out with those pulses, right? And the pulse only happens like maybe 3 times. And then now the bass guitar starts to emulate the pulse. So if the pulse is going like beep, 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 now the bass guitar comes in and it's on that same rhythm as that pulse, right? And then the kick drum now starts to go in sync with that bass guitar. See, I'm not gonna let you get me this time. I'm not gonna let you get me this time. Fool me once, shame on me. You know what I mean? Fool me twice, Nick, you're an idiot. So, the kick drum starts to marry with the bass guitar this time, right? And Matt, it just goes into this groovy. I'd bounce my head more. I'd bang my head right now, but I am in such pain because I was doing that all yesterday. And now my whole, like all of this, just all of this on fire. But like
What's it like being old?
I'm not old. How dare you? I'm not old, sir. You take that back. So, so it gets really groovy, right? And then right as you just settle in the midst of this awesome, awesome groove, blast beats happen, and then the vocalist with that shred, like his voice almost sounds a little bit hoarse, but he's still yelling at the top of the lungs with all the passion in the world. Matt, it's great. Matt, it's great. And for me, it's one of those situations where they're trying to fit so many lyrical themes into each song, where they're talking about their disappointment with the climate, when they're talking about like literally just camaraderie between each other, which brings me to the Core, which is the next song. To the Core is nothing but a song that talks about them and how they came up and, you know, how much they like, you know, care about their brotherhood and things of that nature. It's nothing but a song about camaraderie. That is it, between everybody in that Oxnard crew, right? And literally to the point where they're talking about like, for the crew, like everything I do is for the crew. Like there's so many loud chanting moments in this album that lends itself well to a concert setting that at this point, literally the album might as well have been recorded live. It has that much energy. Because at the point, like around my fourth listen to this album, I start finding myself going like, everything I do for the crew. You're like, yeah. And to the point where they literally spell out Nard Crew in the song. So you go like, N-A-R, ow. Stop. They spell out Nardcore. And it is so cool and so exhilarating. It's nothing but a huge shot of adrenaline to the arm. It's amazing. They have one more song that I really want to talk about. It's called Last Rites. And the Last Rites is, to me, a song about gun control, and it's a song about what that's doing to us as a society, about mass shootings and things of that nature. And how many times do we have to relive that situation of somebody, like a mass amount of people being shot at one time by a mad gunman, to the point where we do something about it. To me, funny enough, it's a violent cry for peace. And it's funny, but it's dope at the same time. And I'm not even like comically funny, but like the fact that he's so violent in the way that he presents this, right? He's so edgy and pissed and angry, but he's calling for peace to me at the exact same time where he's taking this really pointed, jagged approach to the subject matter. Man, it's great stuff, and they're so proficient at their instruments. So proficient at their instruments. And then like there's so many great, oh my Lord, great guitar solos. This dude is shredding. Like he came clean out of Megadeth type of shredding. Type of shredding you would find off of Rust in Peace, So Far So Good, So What type of shredding. Shredding, not shedding. They're not practicing. Shredding. Matt, this is a great album. It is a great little slice of good old-fashioned punk, hardcore. There's even a point in To the Core where it almost sounds like a little bit like Rollins Band, like early, Wait Rollins Band. This is a great album. This is a great album. The name of the album again is called Certain Death by a band named Dead Heat. Check them out. It is magnificent. Matt, I can't suggest this album more than what I am now. But it is a good, exhilarating ride. I am Nic Rattlehead. That is my man's $100,000 with the master plan named
Not the Graff.
Not the Graff.
Old man Nick.
Stop. I'm gonna be better.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be better, Nick.
Some Icy Hot, maybe some Bengay.
First off, now you're making me sound real old, okay? Like, we love y'all. Peace. I'm gonna get to you in a second. We love y'all. Peace. My man. How dare you call me old?